Welcome to Digital Champions TV, where we speak with the top leaders and trendsetters in advertising and marketing. I'm Greg, and today we're joined by Debbie Miller, president of Social Hospitality based in Irvine, California. Welcome, Debbie.
Hi, Greg. Thanks for having me.
Now, Debbie, your journey began with doing marketing for a destination marketing organization right out of college. How did this experience shape your approach to digital marketing and the founding of Social Hospitality?
Yeah, it was a kind of a combination of various things that occurred around the same time. One was that I graduated from college in 2008, which is right when social media for businesses was beginning. So it's kind of right at the ground level in that regard. I got my first job through an internship in college. So marketing was something that was still kind of new to me in general. I was an English major in college, I didn't have a marketing background from an educational perspective. So I learned everything on the job, and I found that I really loved marketing. I loved all the creative aspects of it. I loved getting to come up with different ways. I would kind of say social media is finding different ways to say the same thing over and over and over again. So I loved that creativity and the different ways to come up with, innovative storytelling ideas and ways to just share the same messaging over and over for a brand in different ways. So that's kind of how I got started with it. And then after my first job, I transitioned to a digital marketing agency after I worked for the destination marketing organization for a few years. And back then I had started Social Hospitality as a blog. So I was just blogging about social media for the hospitality industry. And then over time, it kind of evolved into a side business. So it was kind of a series of different things that happened all kind of around the same time. But it's been a very fun journey.
That's awesome. Yeah, and it goes to show that being able to tell a story in different ways reaches a broader demographic, broader number of people, because they're going to resonate with certain ways of communication.
Exactly.
And it sounds like your English degree really played a huge part in your ability to be able to tell those stories.
Yeah, definitely. And aside from loving to write, which obviously comes in handy, I also learned, how to research, how to think critically and analytically, and all of those types of skills that come with a humanities degree have been very helpful as well in the marketing world.
Wow. Yeah,
And
and you mentioned.
I was gonna say it's also kind of a different approach than people with marketing education backgrounds, because they obviously, they get a lot of education on the marketing side of things and the business side of things, but it's kind of a different angle coming at it from a humanities perspective and having the different kind of similar skills. There's a lot of overlap, obviously, but in a different angle at it.
Yeah, and you mentioned the importance of staying on top of every ever evolving trends in digital marketing, along with the storytelling. Uh, can you share just a couple of insights on why this is so critical for business owners that may be watching?
Yeah. Well, on the social media side, as we know, Meta, Meta, who owns Facebook and Instagram, is constantly changing the algorithm. So that adjusts how things are shown to people in their feeds, and that adjusts how we have to, tackle marketing to those people, because we don't know what kind of content is going to get in front of them, what's going to resonate most with them. So we need to make sure that we're crafting content that is going to resonate with our audience, that is going to be engaged with, so that people see our posts on their feeds. So keeping track of those algorithm changes is really important. For example, on Instagram, they've kind of changed the priority of reels versus static posts and stuff like that. So kind of staying on top of everything that's happening and knowing what kind of content is going to be in front of your audience more often is important. And then I think currently a big thing changing the marketing world is AI right now. So staying on top of AI trends and how AI is being integrated into, Microsoft just released some updates with Gemini last week. And if you've gone on Google Drive in the past week or two, you've seen that there's a lot more AI mentions on there and assistance for folks to use. We use a lot of Google Drive with clients and stuff. So we're seeing that, kind of integrated more often as well. So just kind of, staying on top of all that stuff is really important, to know what's going on and to know how to craft your marketing strategies accordingly based on the current trends.
Well, it sounds like you're definitely able to craft a marketing strategy, especially with your background. Thank you, Debbie, for sharing your expertise and perspectives with us today. To connect with Social Hospitality and learn more about Debbie Miller's work, visit digitalchampionstv.com.